Hi everyone, Curtis Phelan here. Would you like to know how to break through lack of confidence once and for all? So this video is inspired by a blog post from my buddy Ray Higdon today. We spent the week at Top Earner Academy Live in Tampa, and one of the segments we were answering questions, or Ray was answering questions, not me, I was watching. And they asked people in the audience to write out, questions they had so that they can come back and answer them. And basically, after going through all the questions, what they came up with was there was one kind of common denominator, and the cause of most of those questions was lack of self-confidence. So, I'm going to teach you real quick, and I'm going to talk fast, how to break through confidence once and for all. Now, this is not think about it, you got to do about it, right? You have to actually work through the lack of self-confidence, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, there's some missing pieces here. So if you're sitting around, you're having lack of confidence, or you've been wanting to do something, you're just not doing it, okay? What that is called a state. It's a state of being. So to watch this video, I request that you go somewhere. If you need to pause this and watch it later, go somewhere where you can play full out, move around. I'm actually going to stand up in a minute, and I'm going to share with you how to break through that once and for all. See, this is a pattern. If you have lack of confidence, it's a pattern. It's a pattern of your physiology, like your body, your biochemistry, facial expressions. All of this creates the state or the feeling of lack of self-confidence. That's all it is, okay? And it is real. There are things in your brain called synapses that are created when you condition a habit of having lacking self-confidence. The other parts are your focus and your belief. What are you focused on? What are the beliefs that you've created around this? And also your language. What are you telling yourself? What are you saying to yourself and others? That type of stuff. All of that combined creates what we call a triad in the coaching world, or the state of being, of not having confidence. So I'm going to show you how to create confidence right now. So the fastest way to do that is physiology. So whether you're sitting or standing, and I apologize, I just came back from a long bike ride, so I can see that I am sweating. So I apologize for that. So I get rid of that. So, so here's the deal. I want you to think of a time, maybe right now, when you are lacking confidence. You just don't feel good. You could be there right now. And if you're not, just play with me for a second and go to a place of lack of self-confidence. And once you get there, right, usually your physiology will change, right? If you're sitting, you will slouch. If you're standing, you'll hunch over, right? Your face might go boom, right? So just be there for a second. Now, break out of it. Stand up, okay? That might have been crazy. But that's what you need to do. You need to interrupt that pattern. It's a pattern that you've conditioned. So let me move my chair here. So I'm going to stand up now. Now you can do this over and over again. You can break that habit. And the way you do that first is physiology. Nothing in the world changes without action, right? So action comes from physiology. You have to move your body. You have to move your facial expressions. You have to get rid of all that. So the fastest way to do that is, create that trigger. As soon as you start to feel lack of confidence, snap a wristband, right? Ow. Stand up, do something to jolt that physiology. Then you think about a time when you were confident. I guarantee if you're watching this video, at some point in your life, you had some confidence. Maybe it was a race you won when you were a kid, or maybe you're running down the street and racing your buddy and you won, right? And you felt great and you said, "Oh, I won," right? Or maybe you caught a football, or maybe in gymnastics you did something cool, right? Maybe in martial arts you won a bunch of tournaments, okay? Whatever it was, right, in your life. Could have been recently. A time that you felt really confident in yourself. And think about that time right now. And as you think about that moment right now, think about, how was I sitting or standing? You could have been sitting, but how were you sitting? What was your posture like physically, right? Where were your shoulders? Were they back? Where were they, right? How are you breathing when you're confident? Think about that moment right now and breathe the way you're confident. Like, yes, I'm confident. And say what you said when you were confident, right? What were you focused on? Maybe you were focused on the next race, or the next medal you're going to win, or maybe the next sale you're going to make. If you just made a sale and you're like, yes, right? Okay, so that's what it takes. Create that physiology, create that facial expression, create that mindset, focus on what you were focused on in that moment. And ask yourself, what was I saying to myself? Or maybe what was the question I said to myself? What is a belief I have that helps me feel confident? You can ask yourself right now, why am I so confident? Now that may sound fake, but your brain will come up with answers. And then you ask yourself, well, why am I confident? Because I'm awesome, right? Or because I love people, or whatever it is, right? And then keep asking that. Say, well, how does that make me feel? Well, that makes me feel really good, right? And you know, why am I so confident? And you just keep asking that. So hopefully this helped you break out of that. Now you're feeling a little better. Now you can take that up to a level 10. You can say, okay, if I'm at a 5 or a 4 or an 8, what do I need to think about, focus on, believe, or do right now with my body to get myself to an 8, 9, or a 10? If you're at that 8, 9, 10 area, you're going to take action. So I invite you to get yourself in that state of confidence. Take an action, one action, big or small, whatever it is. Never leave the site of setting a goal or changing a habit without taking an action to recondition the new habit. Okay? If you need some help on this, feel free to go to kurtphelan.com/free-video. You can get a free webinar for a 90-day life change challenge that I'm doing. It's going to really help you a lot. Thanks for watching. I know this video was long, so thanks for bearing with me. Please like or comment or shoot me an email at kurt@kurtphelan.com. Take action, guys. Bye-bye.